You see, it all comes down to this conversation that you're having in your mind, deciphering what is possible and what seems impossible in order to transform. Understand that every thought creates a biological reaction in your body. We can program our neural circuitry to create our reality. The brain cannot tell the difference between an external threat and a negative toxic thought. For example, if we stepped off a curb and almost got hit by a truck, that rush of fear and anxiety with your life passing before your eyes in an instant versus the thought of maybe an important deal that you put all your eggs into and it falls apart at the last minute, the repercussions that you won't be able to now pay your bills, and gosh, what would people think, and the idea that maybe you failed and therefore nobody will love you and now you will be all alone. That fear is just as devastating as getting hit by a truck. Now, most of the time when we are thinking negatively like that, that thought most of the time never even comes to fruition, but in our body it sure as heck feels that way. So again, the brain cannot tell the difference between the two. By changing your thoughts, you can change the brain structure. This is just neuroplasticity, right? We must rewire the brain consciously. And we do this by being very deliberate and specific with positive self-speak and being very intentional. If not, we go right into automatic pilot and roll into our past programming. So what I have been doing for the last few years or so, it goes like this. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I thank God for allowing me to open my eyes. But secondly, though, is the first words out of my mouth is yes. Yes, yes, yes. I am in agreement. Yes, yes. I am open to this day, the possibilities, the opportunities. Yes, Y-E-S. Yes, I do not even know what's in store for me around the corner, but I am willing to receive the message. And yes, I do believe that this day, this is my day. I will not allow anything to hold me back. I am ready to elevate. I am ready to escalate. And I will not hesitate on this day, for it is mine. I am the architect. I am the designer. I am the creator. I am the chemist. I am the CEO of this body. And I am creating new neural pathways as we speak. These thoughts are creating my biological state as soon as I wake. My brain has neuroplasticity, therefore I can begin to mold and shape it and create a new state of being every single day. Now, you cannot change what you are not aware of. Awareness, my friends, that's key. The question is then how? It begins with self-regulation. If you know how to self-regulate it, meaning if I do X, Y, and Z, then I know the formula in order to get right immediately. Self-regulation leads to self-awareness. What does self-awareness mean, really, though? It means that you are now getting back into this body, this temple. Everything has been given to you from inception. But we as humans are always thinking outside of ourselves, such as drink this or eat this or take this pill, this powder. Here I say no. God gave you everything you need inside of you, but we have become so alienated from ourselves that we have forgotten our true nature. Self-regulate by doing these things. Eat clean, whole, organic food, intracellular hydration, move your body, breathe deeper and slower, get cold on purpose, get hot on purpose, grounding, rooting, connecting with Mother Nature, allowing a sense of the presence of the omnipotent, of God, karma, whatever that it is for you to lean into, but it's got to be something outside or beyond yourself, right? Consistency is a must. It must be purposeful and it must be intentional. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Your thoughts are these electrical signals to your brain. So in the morning, I suggest to say to yourself with conviction, I am excited. I am pumped. I am out of my friggin' mind for this day because I am activating different genes, changing my brain's chemistry with emotional intensity. I practice every morning my 9 minutes of namaste activation process. And that includes oxygenation, activation, cultivation, then shifts into my visualization, which is a mental rehearsal. This is the key, though. All professional athletes do this. All top sharpshooters do this meticulously and go through every micro movement, including their breath, to achieve the highest level outcome. When you visualize, when you use visualization, it takes you to the point out of the uncertainty and into the positivity, the positive outcome. And so that when you get there, you just are walking through the garden like another day. Your visualization becomes your realization here. A new neural signature has been created, and it's designed for quantum leaps in your life. Thoughts are energy, energy in motion, emotion Emotional intensity. Once again, that energy matters to your self-speak because you are broadcasting a very specific electromagnetic signature into the field. It has become your future blueprint for your reality. You need to feed the words of emotional intensity so that the brain and body become coherent. The waves of the two begin to spin clockwise like centrifugal force. Your mantra begins again with I am worthy, I am worthy of greatness, I am worthy of large sums of money, I am worthy of abundance on all levels of existence, I am worthy of success, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of health, I am worthy of vitality, I am capable of extraordinary things, I am capable of extraordinary things. I tell you what, I have earned a seat at the table, and it is mine by divine right, for God has chosen this for me. You must feel the truth in your words, and then all the cells of your body beginning to be reprogrammed. Your neurocircuitry is coming online. You must be specific and clear and intentional. Choose to be conscious 24/7. So in the morning, as soon as you open your eyes, your hand on the heart, right? Another day. Positive self-speech. I am ready, and it's time for something new. It has been said that we have 20 minutes from the time we wake before we go into old programming or negative habit loops or toxic thought patterns. So we, right from the get-go, we speak to ourselves lovingly with powerful intention. Like you can even say, I break free from my past, and today my new life begins. Every day we can say this to ourselves. My body is awakening to a new possibility, but you must act with the force of will and make your past bend the knee. Stay focused and lean into this mantra. This is not meditation, friends. Do this practice before anything, before the day's events, before the routines and responsibilities. You've got to get right. So you fill your cup first. And in the afternoon, say between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., you have a second window of opportunity to make a neurochemical shift. Connect with that morning mantra once again. This time, add in more of the biological and physiological intention too. Here you'll begin to catch yourself in mid-negativity or toxicity, and when you do, you have the ability to squash it, to destroy it, because you can see it for what it is. More positive self-speak from the I am more capable than I ever knew. I'm far more powerful than I ever known. I find solutions so much easier now, and the answers are just coming to me because I'm clear and I'm focused. Do not let a thing go by that is negative. Therefore, beware. Be hyper aware. And in the evening, and this time you can begin to renew and reinforce everything between 7 and 9 p.m. as you down-regulate with a sense of humility. All the senses of the body are beginning to go through this process of calming the nervous system. Begin to journal and review the day, right? The day's victories, no matter how small they are. Nothing is trivial, my friends. Speak to yourself with compassion, with the deep sense of gratitude. Know that you are beginning to course correct and that you are creating new neural pathways in your mind. And today you step closer to the new reality that you wish, the world that you want to live in, because tomorrow you are sure that life is going to bring you something even greater, even more transformation. You know this to be true. So we say, amen. Translates as, yes. When we speak with conviction, you feel the words in your body. This is crucial for neural consolidation, right? Managing your state of emotion. Be aware 24/7, meaning every emotional state that comes through you. You find yourself not going into old patterns, but you begin to breathe in this strategy. Use the breath as a strategy to shift your emotional state by getting in between the gap of negativity and toxicity so you can have that moment of clarity and focus. See things for what they are rather than what you wish them to be. Here, you can begin to change the narrative or say that story. And if you can do that, then 100% you can absolutely change your life. Change the story, change your life. In times that negative words that come out of your mouth, journal down when it happened. Write it all down in detail. Where were you? What was the time of day? Were you hungry? Were you thirsty? Who you were with? Were you tired? Any of these things. All the details matter. And these details will lead you into how that negativity erupted and came to be. And from here, we can understand it better, so much better. Pen to papers is absolutely a must. It's key for this exercise. Oftentimes this will help you reframe the negativity and squash it. Go back to those positive mantras again. They should be the last thing on your mind before you lay your head down. Hand the baton to your subconscious mind so it can overnight do the work, hence change the biology of every word that has been spoken. This creates brain and heart coherence. That positive self-talk does this by creating an electromagnetic rhythm and a clockwise spin, sending messages to the brain, to the heart, reducing cortisol and adrenaline, the stress hormone. And you will see when speaking to yourself calmly, with intention, the chemicals of possibility like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins send signals to the genes in a genetic expression. Through the self-talk, calling the cells of the body to vibrate at a higher frequency, one of positivity. But when in doubt and fear, they play together. The cells vibrate at a lower frequency, creating disharmony, discontent, dis-ease. Disease? No. So we upgrade our biological software through self-talk. Again, be consistent every day, every day. The body does not know the difference between real fear or imagined stress. With every word, you put yourself in optimal cellular function. At first, there will be a struggle and a fight because your body's addicted to these old emotional patterns. Stress and worry, self-doubt. Like any addict, it will demand its fix. But in a physiological and biological way, you will need to fight those moments of discomfort. You can do this. You cannot reside in that state of wallow and pity, my friend. No, you got to take a stand for yourself and always remember that I profess this all the time, you are the warrior. Resistance is a sign of change, so when you feel that, embrace it. Breaking old patterns for new ones is the goal. You will need to fight that old programming in order to survive every day. Trust the process, trust the breath, and most importantly, I want you to trust yourself. You can do this. Yes, you are building a new brain. Examine your posture, facial expression, breath pattern, verbiage, what you're saying. This is all levels of mindfulness in great detail. The old identity is dying, and the new one is being reborn. Transformation is happening when you catch yourself in mid-negativity. Reframe, reset, revise. Remember that discomfort is temporary, but transformation is permanent. Stay committed when it's hard, and remember the power of coherent energy to use your heart and your mind to attract and receive the abundances and allow the universe to bring all the right people in integrity and in alignment on the right opportunities, the right possibilities at the highest frequencies. The universe is waiting for you to make this decision, and it has ripple effects far and wide to change your destiny. So honor yourself and commit again. You have the power to change your destiny, and it begins right now.